In the spring of 1873, a quiet patch of Kansas prairie revealed one of the darkest secrets in American history. Beneath an apple orchard lay the bodies of men who had simply stopped for a meal. They had been lured in, robbed and murdered by a family no one truly knew. This is the story of the Bloody Benders, 4 people who turned a lonely homestead into a slaughterhouse and then vanished into legend. The year is 1870. The United States is still healing from the Civil War. Thousands of settlers are pushing west along the Osage Trail in southeastern Kansas, chasing cheap land and new beginnings. Labette County is mostly empty, just rolling prairie, a few scattered cabins, and the constant creak of wagon wheels. That autumn, 4 German-speaking immigrants arrive. They file a homestead claim for 160 acres near the small settlement of Cherryvale. Their names are John Bender Sr., his wife Elvira, their son John Jr., and their daughter Kate. At least, that's what they tell everyone. The Benders waste no time. They build a single-room cabin, nothing fancy, just logs and sod. A canvas curtain splits the space in half. The front is a general store and inn. Travelers can buy coffee, crackers, or a hot meal for 25 cents. The back is where the family sleeps. Kate Bender is the face of the operation. She's about 25, attractive, fluent in English, and quick with a smile. She puts up handbills in nearby towns advertising herself as a spiritualist and healer. Professor Miss Kate Bender promises to contact the dead and cure ailments with magnetic healing. People come from miles around to hear her lectures or attend her seances. Her brother, John Jr., is different. Tall, handsome, but strange. He speaks broken English with a heavy accent and has a habit of laughing at nothing. Locals say he seems slow, maybe even simple. Pa Bender, the father, is a hulking man in his 60s with a long beard and cold eyes. He barely speaks at all. Ma Bender Elvira is loud and coarse, always scowling. Neighbors keep their distance. By 1871, the Bender Inn is open for business. The Osage Trail runs right past their door. Wagons loaded with families, prospectors, and land seekers roll by every day. Most keep moving. Some stop. A hot meal and a place to rest the horses sounds good after miles of dust and sun. The setup is simple. Travelers are invited inside. The honored guest is seated at the small table near the curtain, always with their back to it. Kate chats and serves food. Sometimes she flirts. Sometimes she talks about spirits. The men relax. They loosen their money belts. That's when it happens. Behind the canvas curtain, someone waits. Usually Pa or John Jr. A hammer comes down hard on the skull. The victim drops straight through a trapdoor into the cellar below. If they're still breathing, a knife finishes the job. The body is stripped of cash, watch, clothes, anything valuable. Later, under cover of night, it's dragged out to the orchard and buried in a shallow grave. The horse and wagon are hidden in the barn, then sold in the next town. No one asks too many questions on the frontier. At first, no one notices the pattern. People disappear all the time out west. Bandits, Indians, accidents, disease. A man says he's heading to California and never arrives. His family assumes the worst. They don't know he stopped at the Bender place for supper, but by late 1872, whispers start. Too many men vanish along that stretch of trail. Too many graves are found with crushed skulls. Someone remembers seeing a traveler head toward the Bender Inn and never come out. One of the missing is a man named Ben Brown. He was traveling with his 8-year-old daughter. Both disappear. Another is Henry Mackenzie and his infant daughter. Gone. Then there's Johnny Boyle, a young man carrying $2,000 in cash. Never seen again. The breaking point comes in early 1873. Dr. William York, a well-known physician and former Army officer, leaves Fort Scott to visit friends near Cherryvale. He never arrives. His brother, Colonel Alexander York, is a powerful man, a lawyer and state senator. He organizes search parties. Hundreds of men comb the countryside. They question the Benders. Kate is charming. Pa grunts. Ma claims they saw nothing. The colonel notices the family seems nervous. The orchard soil looks freshly turned, but there's no proof. The search moves on. A few weeks later, a traveler passing the property notices something odd. The Bender cabin is empty. Livestock are starving. The family has vanished overnight. Word spreads fast. On May 5, 1873, a large group returns to the abandoned homestead. They start digging. The first body is found almost immediately, Dr. William York, buried face down, skull shattered. Then another, and another. 8 bodies in total in the orchard, 2 more in the garden. All men, all robbed. All killed the same way. The cabin itself tells the rest. Blood soaked into the floorboards. A trapdoor leading to a pit stained dark. The canvas curtain still hanging. Hammers found hidden in the walls. News explodes across the country. The bloody benders become front-page horror. Reporters swarm Cherryvale. The cabin is torn apart by souvenir hunters. Pieces of the bloody floor are sold as relics. A reward of $3,000 is posted. Huge money for the time. Posses form. Detectives chase leads from Texas to Michigan. Sightings pour in. Kate and John Jr. are spotted boarding a train south. Pa and Ma head north. 2 women are arrested in Detroit years later, accused of being Kate and Ma. They're tried and acquitted. Another story claims vigilantes caught the family in Oklahoma and hanged them. No proof. Decades pass. Bones are found. Skulls turn up in creeks. None are ever linked for sure. In 1889, 2 women traveling with a medicine show are lynched by a mob in Kansas after someone swears they're Ma and Kate. Their heads are cut off. Again, no proof. The truth is, the benders disappear as completely as their victims. No confirmed photographs exist. No graves, no confessions. Were they even a real family? Some say Kate and John Jr. were married, not siblings. Others claim John Jr. was actually a woman in disguise. Ma Bender had been married before, left husbands dead under strange circumstances. Pa might have been John Flickinger, wanted for murder back east. The questions never end. How many did they kill? 11 confirmed, maybe 20, maybe more. Why did neighbors never suspect? Because no one wanted to believe a smiling young woman and her quiet family could do such things. The Bender Inn site is still there today, just empty field off Highway 400. A stone marker stands where the cabin once was. The cherry trees are long gone. So are the apple trees that hid the graves. Every few years, someone digs again. Metal detectors sweep the ground. In 2023, archaeologists from the University of Kansas returned, looking for traces. They found nails, buttons, a child's shoe. No new bodies. The Bloody Benders remain America's first serial killer family, and the only one to completely escape justice. They turned a simple canvas curtain into a door to hell, then walked away into the vastness of the frontier. Somewhere out there, 4 people who committed unspeakable evil simply stopped being the Benders and became someone else. Or maybe they died alone, forgotten, their secrets buried with them. Either way, the prairie kept their secret for a long time, and when it finally gave up the bodies, it kept the killers. That's the story of the Bloody Benders. A family that never really was. A trap disguised as hospitality, and a mystery that, after more than 150 years, still refuses to die.